You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
German sits with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Das nie gewinnen, enden man. Das nie gewinnen, enden man. Alas, Mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see, it's about what fun could be. Das nie gewinnen, enden man. Das nie gewinnen, enden man. Das nie gewinnen, enden man. Das nie gewinnen, enden man.
You're watching Alizmat the Shadow Band.
Je m'appelle
I can't sleep, 'cause it's burning deep inside. Like gasoline on fire, running wild. No more fear, 'cause I'm getting closer now. So hungry, but I like it anyhow. I go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and I can't live in a fairy tale race, and I can't hide from the feeling 'cause it's right, and I go faster and faster and faster and faster for life. I can't live in a fairy tale race.
I saw what you did, Colors. I saw what you did. I saw exactly what you did just there. Okay? Don't think I didn't see what you said in the chat. This is not black. This is pink. This is wait, I fucked it up. Shit. No, this is black, not pink. Okay? It's clearly black. The color of your heart. And you guys in the chat, you mods in the chat, letting the shit go pass. She's there typing that I'm wearing pink shirts, and you guys just let it happen. Are you serious? Do I gotta start removing wrenches? Is that what I gotta do? I gotta do a clean sweep of wrenches? But the wrenching 2026? You let comments like that pass, and I'm supposed to be okay with that? This is a blatant community. This is gonna split us up for good. Unbelievable. And I see people in the chat that I haven't seen in a minute, and they're here in the chat. Um, Welcome, by the way, for those new faces. Not unfamiliar. I see some familiar faces, but new in terms of the Thursday indie comic outlier streams that I do. So welcome. In case you don't know what I do on Thursday nights, we focus on a specific indie comic creator that is we consider an outlier, someone that doesn't produce artwork that would be considered earth shattering or good, but had produced comics, or in this case, comic strips that were successful and made the millionaire. So we do this every week, and we shatter some um what do you call it? We shatter some myths about indie comics here. But let me just quickly say, oh wait, Ryan Magus with the nipple docs, sir. My body's art.
It really is.
It's art. So
Yes.
if I'm gonna whore myself, I gotta get paid because I have a trademark on my body. My nipples are beautiful, though. I will admit. So they're not chocolate. They're actually what?
Only I can have my ear
Okay, there you go. So she has a trademark on my nipples, so I can't get it up for free. Well, let me see. You would say hi to the chat. Just call me Hands in the chat. How's it going, Hen? Welcome. I think this is your first time on this type of stream, so welcome. Shout out to you, Hen. Please no witching, but that's fine with me. Colin says this the heart is black. That's usually a sign of a heart disease. See, Colin, you get it. You get it. Now you understand color form. You get her now. I'm trying to help her, but she doesn't understand. Great gold worm in the chat. No one can control colors. Um, uh, Karma, the law can. I'll see to it. Michael Bancroft says he says that we didn't get the comics here in Australia. Same thing Liam says. Okay, who are you talking about? Talking about somebody. I don't know what backwater towns these guys grew up. Oh, he's talking about KSS. Kissifis in the chat. What are you typing in the chat, Kissy? My internet's good. No. Hold on a second. Let me just spill that bullshit. Hold on. No, my internet is good. I think so. Yeah, it's good, smooth. I have the Ethernet cable connected, and well, okay, well, yeah, looks good. Looks good. It looks good to me. So we'll stay tuned for that. Um,
Lady Shadowman will continue to find.
yes. Okay. No. I guess. Oh, you talk about Rob Liefeld. I think that's what it is. Thank you, babe. Mhm. Talk about Rob Liefeld. Okay, something about Rob Liefeld in Australian comics or whatever. I don't know. Something. Well, anyway. Um, but yes. Manticore. Because for dollar, I'm hooked up to my Ethernet. It's my Ethernet's hooked up to it. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is not a harassment. This is why I have mods in the chat to stop the harassment like this. It's not conducive for a community. Yeah, it says a lot of that. Seriously, your internet is more terrible than usual. It's buffering nonstop. I don't know why. I mean, look at it right now in the studio.
Worse, because I'm getting on the internet.
I mean, it looks good. I mean, barring the camera itself, I do need an upgrade on the camera for sure. But I don't see any. Well, now I'm seeing it. Damn it. Okay, maybe it's got to do with the bit rate. Hold on.
Try the other cord.
No. I think it's the bit rate. Let me mess with it for a bit. I don't know. So let's see. I'm gonna go to settings. I mean, if I do let me make the bit rate higher while I do this. As the rest of you guys in the chat continue, um, continue your harassment. As I do this very, very professional thing of just fixing stuff online. This is exciting, isn't it? Me fixing settings online is very exciting. It's very wonderful. I'm worth it. If you don't think I'm worth it, there's something wrong with you guys. Something wrong with you people. Because you people have to be open about my growth and my ability to adapt and to become something major.
Your dogs need to adapt.
They're my therapy dogs.
For being gay.
They're very therapeutic.
It's being very gay.
I will not tolerate that slander. Not on my therapy dogs. They're my happiness. I won't tolerate
GNGY.
pure. Anyway, okay. I mean, it's at the highest bit rate, so whatever. I don't care. All right. So I don't know. We'll have to try to work with it. We'll try to work with it. So, but the stream's mostly going to be images anyway. So So yeah. Oz ACR says racist duck. You spell racist wrong. Spell racist wrong. Why am I encouraging that? I don't know why. Anyway, Big Hat 88. Big Hat, you're causing trouble on X. I see it. You're causing lots of trouble. No, you're good. You're causing lots of trouble. I see what you're writing next. How dare you correct Shane Davis and say that Andrew Curry. By the way, Andrew Curry got attacked on John Millen's Hard Art stream last night, which is bullshit. But they got corrected. They got corrected. So shout out to Angela Curry for spewing the truth. Anyway, Kaz says, know what the first thing Elasma hears every morning? He says, you got mail when his dollar lets him online. You know, Kaz, I'm taking your wrench away. Take your damn wrench away. This is bullshit. Like, you know how much effort I put into this, get this stream going up to entertain you people so that I can be a part of what you're part of? Not for you to divide me and to hurt me and to spear me like this. It's not healthy. Oh, speaking of Andrew, she's in the chat. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing? I know 24 people watching the chat abuse and harass me. This is not cool. It's not cool at all. But I'm gonna open up an image of who we're talking about or what we're talking about today. Let me see. Here we go. If you haven't seen if you have not seen the thumbnail, that's our thumbnail today. By request of the chat, we're gonna be doing a series of comic strip artists. We'll be doing a lot of indie comic artists from the Belgian scene, the '60s underground comic scene, the '80s alternative. But we're gonna do a series on the Sunday funnies, the silly Sunday funnies. Yes. So, as Ryan Maggin says, I made them look like butt cheeks, or I made you look at butt cheeks. Oh, um, did you clean up after yourself? I mean, just saying. I believe in personal hygiene. Bankrupt's Andrew's on the naughty list. I think everyone on this chat is on the naughty list now. Bankrupt. I think it's safe to say that anybody in my space is on the naughty list. And what has that gotten us? Nothing. It's business as usual, you know. But I wear the term outlier proudly. I am as much of an outlier as they come these days. So isn't that what chats are meant to be? I know my chat abuses me too, says Hen. Well, Hen, I'm colored. I can't be abused that way. It's racist. You just can't do that. You can't. But yeah, this is Beetle Bailey, created by Mort Walker, and we'll talk about this. And I saw Ryan Maggins in chat mention Anna. Anna. Yeah, this is a story about Dan Laws I'm gonna talk about, which ties in a little bit to what we're gonna talk about with Beetle Bailey. But I'll share that in a bit. But yeah, this is the thumbnail. This is Bailey, who started off as a different character named Spider. We'll get into that. These here are I'm gonna show you two covers that Mort Walker had done. Now a little bit of Mort Walker. He's a Kansas City native, and let's see, he's one of four kids, and he got his first comic published at age 11 at his school. He went to Northeast High School in Kansas City. His first comic was published at 11. He did work for a newspaper there, at the school newspaper, and then he got his first comic published at 11 and sold his first one at 12. So he employed the power of the community, the local community. I've talked about that a lot in these streams. The local community, right? The big mistake is thinking that, oh, I got a comic, I got to go online and make my books online. Realistically, if you want organic growth in your specific brand, you got to go local first. You got to try to go local. You know what I mean? Like you got to be like go to your magazines or local shops. That's what Eastman and Laird did. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. When you read the story about how they produced their first Ninja Turtles comic, um, they they produced it in very unconventional methods and then put it into local comic shops, and they made their money that way. So why aren't there people named Mort anymore? Ask Kaz. That's a good question. I don't know. I blame Islam. I don't know. I mean not, but still, someone's got to get blamed for it. We need more Morts in this country. Where are the Morts at? There's so much Jamals and Janiquas and Jesuses. Where's the Morts? Bring back the Morts. I agree, Kaz. I want the Morts. I'm all for equal opportunity. I want the Morts. Bring back the go to the Gandhi year across the nation somewhere, across the rivers. Bring back the Morts. We need the Morts back in this country. I agree with KS 100%. I'm with him on this one. If you're a Mort and you're not here, I apologize. Please come back. I'll take a snort. I'll take a snort. Sure. Wait a minute. That sounded racist. I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Anyway, Manticore says because it rhymes with wart, I suspect KSS. Ryan Mag says, look, more sex stuffs. Believe it or not, Mort Walker's pretty tame, but he did touch on some like relationship stuff on his stuff. We'll look for it. We'll look for it. I'll show some of it here. Uh, yeah, this is from a magazine called Missouri Show Me. This is its cover. It's very Picasso-like. If you guys know me in the chat, I'm not a big Picasso guy, but you know Picasso is famous and he got fans. I'm more of a Salvador Dali guy, but people like Picasso, so yeah. Here's another magazine, more wholesome cover for the same magazine, Missouri Show Me, also done by Mort Walker. Um, wait, speaking of Ninja Turtles, and Anna, Anna. So I had a back and forth with Dan Lawless on Twitter last week, and he made the argument that Ninja Turtles was not counterculture, like the original shop, the original comic books. We're talking like the first four issues, the one with all the violence and the rough art and all that stuff. He's like, oh, that wasn't counterculture. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not counterculture? Everything about it was counterculture. The way it was made, the expectations for it, bypassing major publishers. It was like very much counterculture. In addition to the extreme violence, um, William Worthmore or Worthmore. I'm sorry, William Worthmore says hello, Lazo. Hello, William Worthmore. Good seeing you here. Good seeing you here. But yeah, we had that back and forth. It was weird. Like he was making the argument that it wasn't counterculture. You know, and like it absolutely was. So much so that when they adapted it for the animated movie, no, for the animated series and then the live action movie, they had to change so much about it to make it more mainstream. Like there is still as much as I love the live action Ninja Turtles movie from 1990, it's still not as 100% accurate to the original comics because the original comics were violent, pretty violent and very gritty. On top of it being silly, but uh they say, to be fair, Dan is a retard that hates the color purple. Yeah. Yeah. We know about the color purple controversy. Yes, that we do know. Um, let us not revisit it. Oh wait, too bad. Okay, so this is one of his earlier strips. I think this is from his Spider. Okay, so before there was Beetle Bailey, he was doing a comic strip called Spider, which became Beetle Bailey. So what happened was, he created that guy who was a college guy. He was lazy. He got people to do his work for him, and this was also based. Beetle Bailey will be based on Walker's own military experience, as well as his time with the Kappa Sigma fraternity. A lot of the characters created for Beetle Bailey were based on people he knew at the Kappa Sigma era. So, Massive Panda says it's become obvious at this point that there are guys in this space with apparent pro status who has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. TNM, TNMT was absolutely counterculture, outlier, etc. Well, Massive Panda, that is why I do this stream. That's why I do this series because there's such a big misconception about indie comics. Believe it or not, it doesn't. And if you watch my streams, you know I'm pretty much beating a dead horse to this. But indie comics didn't begin with Image. It began way early. It began probably, you can make an argument. It began in the 20s with uh, who was it? I forgot his name again. I forgot his name. The wood carver guy. What's his name? I'm not gonna look it up. Um, Lynn Ward. Yes, it began with. You could make an argument. It began the modern comic because you know the medium of comics, pictures telling the story, is probably as old as time. But as far as like indie comics and the modern thing that we call comics, you could probably point to as far back as Lynn Ward with his graphic novel, the first graphic novel, a book with pictures and no words, out of wood carvings. I covered Lynn Ward in my one of my first indie streams from like 2 years ago. I made a short of that. So if you go to my YouTube shorts, the Lynn Ward stream became a short. I condensed it and made it pretty entertaining. As I condensed as much as I could from that stream into that short. So if you get a chance, go check that out. The Lynn Ward short. You'll learn something. If you haven't already. The reason why Lynn Ward stuck with me is because when I was showing artwork for my first graphic novel, The Street Champion Road Warrior Drake, one of the people that looked at it said, "This reminds me of Lynn Ward." And when I looked at Lynn Ward, I'm like, "Oh wow, you're right." I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that Lynn Ward style is pretty good. I like it. I like that kind of style. Colin Lampick says Mort Walker's stuff was an influence on my early days. I think a lot of artists were influenced by Sunday strips. They really were. And if you remember my stream last week, no, the week before that, and we talked about who was last week's artist? I mean, last week's artist. Who was the artist from 2 weeks ago? And I gotta go into my studio now. I have to go into my studio, and that's how short term my memory is these days. I remember the Death and Taxes, but I can't remember who was the last indie comic artist that we spotlighted and profiled. It's because I spent last week working on the Dungeoneers documentary, so that took a lot out of me doing that. But I appreciate everybody's feedback on that. Um, Jean-Jacques Sempé, yes, we were doing Jean-Jacques Sempé, and we were at awe of how he made it, how he told the story with the design of the pictures. So, um, Ryan Maggins, what are all these women doing here? No friends for them. Shake their hand and see them out. Shake all the hands. Shake all the hands. Oh, 100%. Yes. Absolutely. So, catch up in the chat. Oh yes, I bored Hen. So that's okay, guys. Hen is leaving. I bored her. So now we can be guys again. We can now have fun again. He's leaving. So thank you for stopping by, Hen. Appreciate it. So we're back to having fun now. So there we go. Okay. um and Ozzy Sierra last month doesn't have as much spare cash now. He has to pay for state. Stop repeating KSS's lie. Can you stop it? I didn't work at Staples, and I wasn't fired from Staples. But if I did work from Staples, I certainly wouldn't be fired from Staples. I would quit and walk out on my own terms, and I'd take those Staples with me, and maybe some of their folders, and one of the rolly chairs. But that's it. I wouldn't go empty-handed. You people think very little of me. That's not cool. I bet you wish Jim Crow was back, right? I bet you I'd be stuck back in segregation, right? So I wouldn't be polluting your streams, right? Well, guess what? It ain't happened. I'm here, and you guys have to tolerate me. That's what it is. So anyway, getting back to yeah. So Spider was the precursor to Beetle Bailey. And what happened was the editor of the Saturday Evening Post, which is where Spider was published, looked at it and said, "You know what? We got to change the character's name to Beetle Bailey because he had like according to them. I mean, I didn't see it, but according to the editor, he felt that the character had some kind of like insectoid, like a bug look. Hence the name Beetle. And Bailey was the last name of the editor for the Saturday Evening Post. So here's another strip from the Spider, from the page from the Spider. The guy says, "Look at it this way, Spider. If we fight another war, we can go right off the GI Bill onto Social Security." Oh, if they only knew! If they only knew! God, if they only knew! Poor veterans. In my actual day job, and I'm not gonna go so much in detail about it, but I have I do interact with veterans. Let me tell you, man. Like, if if you ever want to do like a what do you call it? Propaganda to endless people in the war, don't have a veteran come and speak. 'Cause they'll tell you outright, no, it ain't worth it. Why? You go and fight a overseas war, and you come back to what? There's no smooth transition for veterans who've lost their livelihood here, and they have to deal with a lot of the trauma of warfare, and it's just terrible. I remember sitting in a VA meeting, and the veterans and the vet wives that were in that chat sounded off. They had to turn the chat off. It was like, wow, very eye opening for me. So a lot of Americans were naive in the 50s. So, but the naivety gave us some good art, though. And Blasian one with a super chat. Thank you for that $2, and Blasian one. Appreciate you. And by the way, and Blasian, I may have said it, but I'll say it again. I really hope you enjoyed your close up in the stream in the documentary. He says Staples sounds like an honest job. Congrats. I don't work at Staples. Did you not hear what I just said? I work at a job and I interact with veterans, and that has nothing to do with Staples. Like, it's almost like I said something and it went over y'all's heads. Do you not listen to what I say? Does nobody care what I say? Manticore says, don't give your day job. I can't because I have to pay taxes, Manticore. So, joke's on you. Joke's on you. Lady shut up and said, only what I say matters, duh. See, I need help. I need support. But people don't want me to, don't trust the government as Oz ACR? I don't. Yeah, no. Definitely not. Um, so yes, next panel. Also, I think this is from Spider 2, I believe. I believe it's from Spider. But just like the Jean-Jacques Zempe on the last stream, you can see how he simplifies, Mort Walker does. He simplifies the background art so that we get emphasis on the foreground characters. So, and he does it with not even the the minimal details, but the shading. Like it's very gray in the background, so it allows you to see the foreground characters more clearer. Uh, Shout out John's Longbox in the chat. How you doing, John? Good seeing you here. Welcome, welcome. Mm. And seeing everybody in the chat being nice to each other. I like that you're all nice to each other, but I hate that you hate me. I don't know why you hate me. I'm one of yous. I'm a pioneer. Pioneers are gonna pioneer. Anyway, Kay says Elasma doesn't want to talk about his day job. That's because he was tired, got stealing. He was fired, got stealing staples, and yes, and yet no less, no. Like, I can't. See, you know how infuriated I am with you, Kansas. I can't even read what you said properly. I mess up the words because I am furious with your slander. And even though you just corrected it in the next chat, it don't matter. It's already ruined. The Ethernet recorded me ruining it. So they no, don't boo me, Oz. Don't, and I can't use that word because I'll get taken down. But no, you can't. I will not be booed. Great Goldworms alive. Your Dungeoneers doc video was really good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, the feedback has been positive in that documentary. People that I don't talk to often had sent me messages saying how eye opening it was for them. So, and not surprisingly, the feedback from certain people coming out is like on what is it, on brand. I'll say it's been on brand. I haven't decided if I'll address it or not. It's actually much of it is nothing burgers, but I want to make sure that we focus and keep eyes on the documentary. If you haven't checked it out, watch the Dungeoneers documentary that dropped. It's 3 hours long, but it's packed with receipts. It tells the story of what happened in the 2 year span with CG. It's yeah, it's pretty much it's for all intents and purposes a second CG documentary, and it's really the mark of the end of it. Give it a watch when you can. I definitely spent a lot of time on it and try to do my best to present the information as accurately as possible. Anyway, let's get back to this. Here's another strip from Spider. Remember we said Spider was like a very lazy and you know, not motivated. Here he is making coffee. Um, this is from 1948, oh, 1918. A 19 no, 1948. So that one looks like that four looks like a one, but it's 1948. Oh wait, is Georgina Floyd in the chat? Oh no, I gotta say hi to Georgina Floyd. Georgina Floyd, hello. How you doing, Georgina? It's good to see you. Hope you enjoy your stay here, and hopefully, remember DMs are encrypted. Anyway, yeah, so this is from 1948. Um, Spider, and the caption at the bottom reads, "Let me get it here." He says, "Okay, Spider. Heads, we join the army. Tails, we go studying on final exams." Geez, I wonder what one. So, um, here's another. This is a. I don't know if this is a Spider or a series of independent strips, independent meaning from like the stories he was doing. Uh, I'm going to try a new technique on Gladys tonight. So clear my throat there. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to just let silence kick in, so that as we continue showing these images. Hmm. No more Spider. Nothing. The caption reads nothing. Thanks, but you can bring us a napkin to keep score on. So they're playing poker, probably gambling. That's what the kids did in the 50s. They gambled. Now and what happens to the kids in the 50s that gambled? Well, they became middle-aged men today that gambled in diapers in Vegas. Yeah, that's the thing. So we, anyway, let's continue on. Here we have one of the first Beetle Bailey strips. So let's read this. So the first panel it says, "Sure is sad to see you guys leaving for the army. Why don't you join up, Beetle? Maybe he hasn't got the nerve." I haven't got the nerve? Why? I come from a long line of fighters. My grandfather was. Think I'm a coward, huh? Now help him hold up his right hand. So here you go. So KSS says, Aladdin, I watched several different kings on two different streams respond to your D-word documentary. They insist they didn't watch it, yet they know detailed segments about it. It's weird. Well, here's the thing. They know about it because they lived it. Oh, are you talking about like the three quote unquote kings or the professionals? I do know that Graham Nolan knows about details because he he factored in one segment in that documentary, so he's aware of it. But yeah, again, the conversation is definitely healthy for that documentary. To really like drive the point home. Speaking of drive the point home, here's another Beetle Bailey strip. I love the colors in this one. So I like when the Sunday strips they would take over like maybe 2 rows of panels and um, lots of reading, lots of reading. Yes, if you know me, I've talked about the lettering and like how the lettering occupies the space in the artwork to make it part of the artwork. That's one of the things I don't like about manga today. Like the word bubbles are like 5 inches of space around the text. I don't know why they do that. I know it's a stylistic choice. Words are hard. I know it's a stylistic choice, but I don't like it. I like this. I like when the word bubbles are they comfortably envelop the words, and it feels like the words are part of the image. It's my own personal preference. Okay, it says, don't talk about the Kings. Ethan Shane. I know they're responding. Ethan's responded a lot on X. John and Shane did a stream yesterday in which they accused Angela Curry of doxing Shane's brother. And like, no, nuts. She wasn't doxing your brother. She was referring to when Aaron Imolti, aka Steel Toe, called you Sean while he was busy cucking you and making you look like a jackass because you thought you were a tough guy. Clip that, by the way. Somebody clip it and put it out there. Let Shane Davis know. No, Shane, you're a moron. Angela was not doxing your brother. She was referring to when Aaron Steel Toe Immolte cucked you and cucked you hard and called you Sean. That's why people call you Sean. So shout out to Angela Curry. She didn't deserve the abuse, but you know they hate women's, right? Remember that's what they say. They say we hate women's. No, they hate women's. We have the receipts on that. Um, one of the first Beetle Bailey strips right here. I like this design here. Private Beetle Bailey, chosen to bring laughs to America's fighting men. King Feature Syndicate. So King Feature Syndicate, if you guys aren't familiar, King Feature Syndicate is also the publisher that distributed Popeye, and they still have the rights to this day. They were responsible for licensing Popeye to like the Fleischer cartoons and famous studios. So yeah, King Feature though was very active in the Sunday strip market. Colin says this really Bailey's my Beetle. Did you okay, Colin? I have to ask you a question. Okay, this is a serious question for Colin Lamping. Did you take a minute to actually think about what you just typed there? Did you take a minute to think about it? I'm talking to you as a friend. Did you take a minute to think about it? What you just typed there, and ask yourself, did it make sense? Was it necessary? Was that necessary? Think long and hard about that. Was it necessary? I don't know. I think um I don't know. I can't. Anyway, so um Andrew says, now I didn't respond so aggressively, but yes, it was referring to Aaron not knowing his name. Yes, let's spread the word loud and clear. It was referencing Aaron Steel Toe Emote fucking Shane Davis and punking him real badly on his streams. That's what that was referencing. So let Shannon know to stop harassing people in my chat. Tell Shannon to not harass the people in my chat and not act a tough guy. Because if you think Aaron and Molte is someone you gotta be afraid of, I've been pretty easy on you, Shannon. Leave my chat alone. Stop accusing them of being doxers. They're not. Nobody in my chat's a doxer. Nobody. Don't make accusations about my chat and think you're a tough guy because you're not. You're a punk. Steel Toe prove you're a punk. So leave my chat alone. Only I can abuse my chat. Because they abuse me and they chuck their spears at me. Only I can do that. I have the trademark to fight in my chat. So anyway. Colin says, why would I think? That's what I'm trying to ask you, Colin. Did you take a minute to think about what you typed? I'm helping you here. I don't want you to. Speaking of not thinking, here's Tommy. He's in the chat. Hey guys, Timothy is being cute. He's putting the keyword there. Hey Timothy. Hello Timothy. Trying to get me banned because you put the keyword on there? Well, it ain't gonna work, Timothy. I'm on to you. Speaking of which, your co-host, Monkey King of Zealandia, has a Kickstarter out. I told him to come to the chat and put the link in there, but he's not here yet. But I may have him on for next week. So he's one of our guys, so we're gonna help him get funded. Shout out Monkey King of Zealandia. No thanks to you, Timothy. No thanks to you. Just because you're the leader of the Melvins doesn't mean you got to come here and flex on me. That's not happening. Not today. Carol Cullis, I have a lesbian cousin whose name is Shannon. Is Shane my cousin? I believe that. I believe that. I think you and Shane are cousins, Colors. I really do. Oh, and speaking of harass, here's Jabba with the LOL. Jabba, stop with the LOLs. I told you stop that. Your 2 pounders you were sending me the other day ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna cut it, Jabba. KSS says Shane said your chat was doxing everybody. Yeah, Shane's full of shit. Nobody with my chat was doxing anybody. So Shane, you can well, I won't say it. I won't say it. But no, my chats are not doxers. So have a seat, Shane. Grown men are trying to educate you. Anyway, Colin says, it's either that or I make D-word jokes. Your choice. You cannot threaten me that way, Colin. You will not threaten me. I'm emancipated. Okay? Jim Crow is over. I'm emancipated. I'm a free man now. I'm not bound by your threats. By nobody's threats. Especially you, Colin. Especially you. I'm not bound by your threats. Not by you. Especially not by you. When I advocate for you and the redheads and the gingers, I'm a ginger advocate. You don't want to lose me as a supporter, Colin. Anyway, that goes on. Um, Colin then says, "Want to read something good instead of hearing the Q wording? Check out my comments." And he puts down his Global Comics link. So go check out his Emerald Man on Global Comics. Tomothy says a lot of that is threatening people to pound town. You know, Tomothy, you're getting banned. Oh, wait, you are banned. Let me say, you're in the ban zone. Yeah, you're in the ban zone. So yeah, I mean, there you go. Tomody's accusing me of saying that they're going to Pound Town. I did. I went to Pound Town. It was nice and lovely. Anyway, Oz is here. A lot of that wants to take Jabba into the long run. No, you stop that crap. Stop that slander, Oz. Stop it. Jabba came in here with blood on his hands and fire, and he wanted to commit violence. Don't encourage that. We're a happy community. We're here for comics. Oz is here. We're talking comics. You understand that? Don't change the subject. Don't derail. Don't derail the mission. It's about comics, Oz. Jabba comes in here. He wants to call it straight. Don't cave into that. Don't do that. Let me have some coffee. There we go. Andrew asks, "Is Ralph Lamau? I'd Ralph Lamau, but you're being nice to me last night. You should Ralph Lamau. Period. It's abusive. Stop it. It's a violation of the terms of service. I said. I made it clear, Angela. No lolling, no raffling, no Ralph Lamauing, no lambowing, no hee ha ha, or any of that. Any variations of those. Not allowed. It's a terms of service violation. So please honor the terms of service violation." Colin asks, "Jabba has blood on his hands? He's trying to spread HIV? He is. He's full of AIDS." Anyway, Gifford says, "Don't self-censor. It's righteous to Lamau. No. Gifford, stop grooming Angela. She's one of the good ones. See, now you got some person doing that. Now he's violating terms of service. Why can't you be like Rinzinger? Rinzinger's one of the good ones. He says, "I'm back. I'm watching episode 4 of Ultraman Nexus. I will watch the other 2 after the stream." Well, welcome. I'm glad I could interrupt your Ultraman viewing. I'm a big fan of the original Ultraman series. I love Ultraman, Ultra Q, and Ultra 7. Top notch Japanese sci fi. Um, Lady shout out about he knows about Pound Town. I do. Anyway, live with a laugh that says, yeah, you are live with me, Timothy. You're live with me. Exactly. Oh, wait, hold on. Colin says, "Rough Lamowing." What the hell is a Lamouse? See, now you're making crap up. Now you're trying to skirt the algorithm. Don't think I'm not onto that, Colin. I'm onto that. Skirting the algorithm is a complete violation. Totally. No, ha 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 ha. It's not okay. Unless you're a student of God, ha 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 is not okay. But that's his name on the chat. So you shouldn't be doing that. So, anyway, let's get back to Beetle Bailey, because you guys are trying to derail my stream, and I'm not letting you do that. You don't have the power. I have the power. Yeah, we were talking about King Features publishing Beetle Bailey. Here's one of the earlier Beatles. You know, one thing I've learned is Mort Walker did all of the penciling and the drawing and the lettering and all that stuff for Beetle Bailey during the first couple years. But after that, he had assistant artists work with him, which is a bit frustrating because I'm wondering if I mean, he did draw the strips, but how much of it was him and his assistants? I don't know. Maybe they helped with the uh backgrounds or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, here's Beetle Bailey saying, "You guys still have to carry the girls across on your shoulders. The other way around, killer." So, wait, oh yeah, this is what. Okay, this is what. Okay, so Beetle Bailey had some censored comics that didn't get printed. This one was printed only in a Swedish book. So he's telling the crew to carry the woman across the sea, and look, look at that. Yeah, this was a censored comic. I mean, this was censored here in the States and only got printed in a Swedish book. So yeah, this right here is so when you're an artist and you draw a specific character over the years, it goes through various design changes. Like if you drew a character in year one and in year 10 you're drawing the same character, you're gonna see noticeable differences. It happens with every character, whether it's Mickey Mouse, Popeye, um, who else? Donald Duck, Bugs Bunny. Even in the comics, Batman went through various changes. Superman, even Spider Man, Wolverine. Well, this is a montage of Beetle Bailey's physical changes from 1952, uh, 53, then 1963, and then today, I guess, being modern times. But yeah, you definitely see like the various changes, the evolution of the design of the character. You're not rolling them for laughing, Geeford. Stop lying. You're not. So anyway, Tim Olson says, "Always eat with your face over your plate." What does that mean, Tom? Why do you say such?
Quit skipping chats and you'll know.
Um, I'm afraid to read every single chat because they're just saying some really bad things, really bad things, really, really awful things. Um, let's continue on. We're doing cartoons here, guys, not adult stuff. Anyway, here's another one of the Beetle Bailey strips, the early ones. I just said Pound Town and well, anyway, let me stop. Anyway, another King features Beetle Bailey, big man of the campus. Oh no, big man of the comics. BMOC, Beetle Bailey. Uh, I like the layout on this. If this was a Sunday strip, this is actually a pretty cool layout. It- yeah, Beetle Bailey was cool. I used to enjoy reading Beetle Bailey. Sun. I miss picking up a Sunday newspaper and you open up the funnies and it's loaded with all these strips. Whether it was Beetle Bailey, DC, uh, Mary Worth, Kathy, Spectacular Spider-Man. They had an omnibus of all the Spectacular Spider-Man Sunday newspaper strips that I never got, but that would be great to have because that followed its own continuity. Some people don't know this, but the Spider-Man strips in the Sunday papers was not in the same continuity with the main Marvel line. So at the time, I didn't have the money to get it, but if you have money, definitely you should get the Spectacular Spider-Man collection hardcover. One day I'll get it. 'Cause it'll be fun to read those. I've always enjoyed like reading some of these strips, and it was just fun. Like it was like a good 20 minutes or so of time, even 30. You know, Great Goldworm says even cereal box mascots changed through the years. Go look at old Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger. Um, who was the one that did what was it? Honey Smacks. What was that bear? That bear went through visual changes. So did Captain Crunch. Even Toucan Sam kind of went through some changes. So yeah, exactly. Every character that's ever been created goes through stages of physical changes. Mazepin says 100%. Alasmat, artists find new techniques and looks along the way and just continue to implement those into the drawing by default. And the new techniques become embedded into the character design. I did it too with Road Warrior Drake. Like, if you look at the first drawing that did of Road Warrior Drake in the graphic novel, and look how he looks in the second book, Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, he's gone through changes himself too. Like, Road Warrior Drake has like ridges on his eyebrows and like a pronounced crest on top of his head now. That wasn't there in the first drawings that I did in his debut book. So, yeah, every artist does that, 100%. Colin Lamb says, yeah, assistant artists are still common in syndicated strips to this day. Yeah, I mean, it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. So I get it, but it's just frustrating because when you're trying to profile these artists, you want to make sure you're profiling their work, you know? Although Beetle Bailey, even if it's not 100% Walker's work, it's still good to show the character in the strip because, again, this is an example of silly looking drawings that made the artist money and were popular with the readership. Hmm. Benzinga says, I love the original Ultraman too. The original Ultraman is my favorite Ultraman too. Yeah, that and Ultra 7 are my two favorite Ultramans. I love the designs of both of them. I miss Calvin and Hobbes and Bloom County, says Great Gold Worm. We're going to do Calvin and Hobbes down the road. A lot of people have asked me to do Calvin and Hobbes. We'll do Calvin and Hobbes. We'll go into Calvin and Hobbes. So, let's continue on now. Let me click on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like I said, this is a cool design. Did I reach the end? No, I don't think I reached the end. There's no way. Is that the end of the display? I think it is. Let's see here. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, that is. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you get an idea. Let me just go back a few bit. We'll stick with we'll keep this one up because I like the shading and the gray scale. Let me just bring it up a little more so you guys can get a bigger picture of it. Okay. So yeah, I like the look of it. It's very cartoony and fun to look at. And the strips were a good example of local cartoonists, how they got big by going into the local papers, and then uh, it will be one step, and then the next step would be like national papers. So, but it begins locally. Most of our artists that we've covered, they started in local gigs, whether it's magazines, newspapers, or even as small as school newspapers, like Mort Walker did when he was in school. A lot of this nepotism, but nepotism only works if you get your foot in the door. Once it's there, then sky's the limit, right? Sky's the limit. So wait, why? Wait, okay, hold on, Manicore. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Manicore? Just because I didn't say the laughing emoji was a violation doesn't mean I'm not going to call you out for doing it. Yeah, the laughing emoji is not a violation, but it's still you're using it as a euphemism, and that's messed up, Manicore. I thought you knew better. Do you not know better? Is that what it is? Do you need help, Manicore? Do you need me to hold you by the hand and tell you that's gonna be okay, sweetheart? Well, it's not. It's not gonna be okay. Stop doing that. Stop violating the terms of service. Well, it's not a term of service violation, but still, I know what you're doing there. Stop it. I acquiesce for you people. You're like, oh, your Discord notifications, and I shut it off. And no, I get no accolades. I don't get a shake in the hand. I get none of that. Instead, I just get spears being chucked at me. No, I don't. I don't want to get hurt. Manicore, stop it! Stop it right now. No, Colin, don't start your crap with the swans. Do not start your crap with the swans, Colin. We 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 had a ceasefire, Colin. We had a ceasefire. This violates the ceasefire, just so you know. You violated the ceasefire. We saw it happen in 4K. You violated it, Colin. You violated it. That's on you. That's on you. That's on you, Colin. No, it don't sound like Manicore. It's authoritative. Authoritative, and that is how this works here. It's very authoritative. I thought you knew, but I guess you don't know, right? No, don't encourage the swans, Timothy. Do not encourage the swans. We had a ceasefire. You're promoting violence. You're promoting dividing this community. Stop it. No, I will not control. Colors telling me to control it. I'm trying, colors. I'm trying, but you encourage them with the spears. This is your fault. You made this happen, colors. This is the fruit of your labor. The fruit of your labor, colors. They're migrating. It is getting warmer. It's getting very nice out, and con season is happening right now. So I mean, I'm looking forward to getting into some local cons. And yeah, if you're an indie comic artist, you got some books, you got some artwork. Yeah, the local cons. Do the local cons. Start the local cons. People in your local community always looking for a star, right? If you're in a small community like I am, easy pickings, right? It's ripe for someone to come in and say, "Hey, that's our local artist. That's our local storyteller." Think about it like that. Think about it like you know, because you don't need the job online. You don't need the network or the group affiliation. What you need is to level up your business strategy and look how it was done in the past. And yeah, we have technology, which makes things a bit more exciting, maybe more open, but use it to adapt to what works. Don't reinvent the wheel. No colors. It's not fantastic. Whatever you're saying it is, whatever you're doing, it's not fantastic. No, it ain't tyranny, Manicore. It's called democracy. Okay, it ain't tyranny. I run the show here. I run the show here. Mazepanda says, Lada shouldn't have to tolerate the animosity to all he's done for the community. Mazepanda, you get it. You get it. These bashers don't though. They're like, you know what? Mazepanda, he don't he's one of them. We're not gonna ignore him. We got our spears in our hand, we're chucking at a last man, and we're gonna end him. Because that's fair and just, right? Right? You think Mort Walker would appreciate this? As I'm here. By the way, shout out to Mort Walker's family. He passed away in 2018. He was, I think, 94 years old. I think it was like complications of, I think pneumonia is what took his life. Yeah, pneumonia, it's rough. Especially when you're old, that's rough. Ugh. I used to have patients when I used to work in the hospital. I used to have patients with pneumonia. Ain't no joke. So, um, you know, just when you think he can't get any lower, he blames the woman. Says Manicore. Oh, I'm sorry, Manicore. Are you an SJW, Manicore? Are you an SJW? Are you gonna tell me I hate women? You gonna do that, Manicore? You gonna tell Ike you hate women? Well, do it. We're gonna do it because we're gonna see you in 4K transition to an SJW. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna laugh and point and laugh at you, Manicore, or should I say, woman to core? That's your new name. You're woman to core, guys. He's now woman to core. Just point and laugh at him and mock him. He needs a little mustache and a certain. What are you talking about? I have a mustache. See, look, I have. What are you talking about? Why are you promoting lies clearly in violation of the observable facts? It's a makrata, says Timothy. Oh, you're so witty, Timothy. You're so witty. It's a makrata. I said a word. I'm cute. You're so witty, Timothy. You're so witty. Is that what you pepper the Melvins with? That kind of wittiness, Timothy? Am I an incel woman decor? I'm not a woman. I'm not an incel woman decor. I'm not an incel. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You might want me to be, but I'm not. I ain't gonna be your victim. I ain't gonna be a target. I'm not gonna be a subject for your articles and whatever you're doing in your end of the sphere, whatever the case is. I'm not gonna be your subject. I rebuke that. Nice try though. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You're typing all kinds of ins. I got someone saying that my nose is getting more rat-like and I have a thin mustache. You people are sick. You're sick. You're so sick. You think Mort Walker had this problem when he was doing Beetle Bailey? No, people loved Mort Walker. He was adored. They appreciated his contribution to mankind. They appreciated his contribution to indie comics and the medium of comics. And yeah, I know some of the comic strips are not necessarily the same as comic books. It's still the same medium though. Same medium, same principles of storytelling. So yeah, it all counts. And then they eventually will get collected into a volume. So in a way, they become comic books. KSS says Elasmat used to have patients when he worked at the hospital. Well, it takes a little while to wash the floor wax dry before you put on a second coat, but then he still staples on. Get your story straight, KSS. Did I work at the hospital as a floor waxer, or did I work at Staples? Which is it? You can't have two lies happening at the same time. Pick a lie and stick with it. Pick a lie, KSS. Wait, Collins has make a syndicated comic then at last, man. I'm working on that. I'm trying to do like a. I'm do, I stopped it for a bit because I got busy, but I was doing the Road Warrior Drake Son of Skullkill strips. But I want to make sure that the ones I put out, the stories are funny. I don't want to just put them out for the sake of putting them out. So, um, and I gotta do some paid ones because I want to be able to have original art to sell at some point. Because most of my Son of Skullkill strips are done digitally through Clip Studio, but I need to have some original artwork on paper so I can have that for sale. Because I am going to sell some of the East Citizen Road Warrior Drake pages as well as the Street Champion pages. Some of them I think are worthy of being framed. Yes, I am tooting my own horn. I'm patting myself on the back. I am absolutely. KS says Mort Walker was so adored. Ones named their children after him. Yeah, how does that make sense? How does that make sense, KS says you sound weird. I'm afraid of you now. I'm afraid of you now. Colin says the funny thing is the first comic book was a compilation of comic strips. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Although it depends on what you consider the first comic book. I do got to do. I want to do a video on the early, like the firsts, like what was the first graphic novel? What was the first Sunday strip? We covered. We actually talked about that on an indie comic outlier stream, but I do want to do a video about the firsts in the comics. The first comic book, first graphic novel, first Sunday strip, first compilation, first female superhero, first male superhero, first villain, things like that. Like that'll be an interesting video to do, but unfortunately, those don't get that many views. But I will do them. I absolutely would do them. It'd be fun to do. Oh, look who's hitting and running again. Jabbage with the LOL. LOL, Jabbage says Jabbage. LOL. You're a cheap bastard, Jabbage. You're a very cheap bastard. Jabba the Cook says, all the drama free people left when you weren't talking about drama. Wait, let me see if I make sense of that. So all the drama free the people that don't want drama left when I wasn't talking. No, that makes no sense, Jabba. They would leave if I was talking about drama. If I wasn't talking about drama, they'd be here. And by the way, I had 27 live viewers. That's high. That's a high number for the indie comic outlier streams. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm great. I think so. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Um, but yeah, shout out to the 27. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you watching here on a Thursday evening. Glad to be in your homes right now, or in your cars, or in your bathrooms, or in your basements, wherever wherever you are, and filling your airwaves with knowledge and butters. So, what face, some person? What face are you talking about? What face? I was saying something nice, and you ruined it with that statement. There's no need for violence. Some person. Does Staples have a management track that allows us to get moving on? I didn't work at Staples and Blobs one. That never happened. Stop with the lie. Stop pushing Kansas as propaganda. That never happened. Tim Moles says, Aladdin can do a 3-panel story on Drake in the grass. You're pushing that crap too. You're going to push that degeneracy, Timothy. And of course, the Swans. Colin with the Swans. You just can't stop with the Swans, right, Colin? Oh, they're coming back because it's warm. They're migrating back for the fall. Yeah, I wonder who encouraged that, Colin. I had to have a drink now because this is all stressing the fuck me out. Stress me the fuck out. Anyway. Your soy Zach Master, shut up, D word. I can't. Don't you see what they're doing, your boy Zach Matters? Don't you see what they're doing? They're chucking their spears at me. I can't stay silent. I'm a voice for the voiceless. I advocate for the advocateless. Your boy Zach Matters. I will not be silenced. So Colin says, we are migrating, lads, but do not mind us. The geese are coming with us. So let's see here. Manticore says, your fart face is really being a jerk. Stop stealing KSS's talking points, Manticore. Stop it. Cowabunga just a spirit truck. All yous are. Every single one of you. There's no peace in your hearts. There's no love in your heads. None. Absolutely none. Let's get back to this here. Now we'll keep that one up. I know it's pretty cool. Actually, let me because that's one of the earlier Beatability designs. Let's keep that here. There we go. There we go. Okay, we'll keep that there. Sure, why not? We have ha 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 ha. Says hail Lasman, hail the chat. He's the only person that can do the ha ha's because that's in his name, so you can do that. Why don't you advocate for the Swans, says Colin? They need one. I'm not going to advocate for warmongers, Colin. We had that conversation. I don't do warmongering. I'm a man of peace. I advocate for peace, not for invaders. Tell the Swans to know their place. We don't tolerate invaders here. Kansas, we are now in April. Okay? That's about 4 months past Christmas. Okay? So Christmas was December 2025. We're now in April of 2026. Can you stop with the fake fable story about me getting fired there on Christmas Day? That never happened. You're gonna make people rich off that lie, KSS, and it ain't gonna be me. And that's the messed up part about it. If you're gonna chuck your spear at me, I need to make me money doing it. Stop with the laughing emojis, man. Can you stop with the laughing emojis? Just stop it. The Swans are not warm. Yeah, they are because they came back and they're trying to choose violence. Colin, don't think I don't know. I know. Oh yes, I know. I know. I see what I see. That was not acceptable by any stretch of the imagination. Not acceptable. Um, totally not. But it's fine. I thought I could be y'all's friends. I thought we could be brothers in the fight. I thought we could go side by side and trample over our enemies' skulls. But I guess not. You just want to chuck spears at me and uh, eliminate one less colored, right? That's fine. No, listen, I get it. I understand the racism. It exists for a reason. But I will overcome it. My ancestors before me overcame it, and so will I. By the power of the ancestors, I will overcome it. And once I'm done overcoming it, I will request my trophy from Robert Romano. I'll hold the trophy in my hand, and I'll declare victory over all you spirit truckers. You know why? Because I will show people that you had no power over me. I'm a victorious person for the Pox. That trophy will be mine one day. You'll see. It's coming. A lad that has been unemployed for 4 months. It's almost his fourth month anniversary from getting fired on Christmas Day for You're not gonna stop with the argue cases. You're just not gonna stop. You're gonna keep going, right? You're gonna keep going, right? You just think it's funny, but it's not funny. It's not funny. It's slanderous, and I'm tired of it. And I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure Cass says, well, I'm gonna think of some deviltry. I'm gonna think of some deviltry, and I'm gonna put it out there, and you're gonna have to sweep it up real bad. And it's gonna take you forever because it ain't gonna go away. Not at all. Absolutely not. It's not going away. Um, Let me take a quick station break for a second and make a quick announcement. So, now that I've done work at the Done Years documentary, now I can go back to working on issue number 3 of Pumpkin War Patch. And as I stated in my Kickstarter updates, if you backed issue 1 and 2 of Pumpkin War Patch on the Kickstarter, I'm going to send you issue 3 for free. Okay, so you're going to get issue with the digital. So I'm doing the digitals of the first 11 issues, and then the 12th issue will be compiled with the other 11 for one big physical book. So I'm gonna do the digitals for the first 11 issues first. So you backed issue 1 and 2. I'm sending you issue 3 for free. Okay, you're gonna get issue 3 if you backed issue 1 and 2 for free. So uh, I will be working on that, and you'll get that. If you didn't back issue 1 and 2, you'll have to pay for that plus issue 3. So or you can wait till I do the crowdfund for issue number 4. Issue 4 will resume the crowdfunding for the digital, and then you'll have a chance to back the first 3 issues plus issue 4 if you didn't back. Stop laughing, Manticore! I'm trying to chill. Stop laughing now. I'm trying to chill. What's wrong with you? That's not a nameplate, KSS. That's the tag for the brand of the shirt. It's Puma. Puma. People are such racists. All you. Holy crap. Like your hoods are coming out right now. Some person, when are you gonna talk about Mort Walker? I've been talking about Mort Walker. I've been talking about it for the last hour. I've been talking about it, but the chat don't want to engage with it. They want to fight me and end me. Don't you see what's happening? Some person. This is a crisis here. We're in crisis mode. Some person. The division's got to stop. Or the community will never heal for good. It's got to stop. It begins in the chat. It's got to stop. But they don't want. They don't listen. So Manicore's Ubermensch. And I never read Manicore's last name. Ubermensch. You can't. No, you can't. And that's a problem. It's a big problem. It's the brand, KSS. It's the brand. It's not my name. It's the brand. You ever heard of Puma? The brand that makes sneakers and sportswear? That's what I'm wearing. A sports shirt made by Puma that does sneakers. Shazam!
Well, apparently they also do shirts.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell them, but they don't want to fucking dress that. Anyway, um, Manicore says that it says my name is D Word Boy and I'm a thief. That was cute, Manicore. That was actually witty. That was very witty. Oh yeah, I'm sure it took you a minute to think about that one, and I'm sure you said, you know what, I made something. Yay! And it was a great job. Absolutely fucking good job. Anyway, uh, Collins said, hey, last night I was trying to engage in conversation about Walker, but you kept going after that. No, they were throwing spears at me. They were chucking them at me, Colin. You saw it happen. Don't revise history. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. So Chris Anderson, my friends with Puma Fist? Hell no. He's been ejected from art from this space a long time ago. He was actually Puma was exposed on my channel. Well, he was exposed on Darkest channel for a bit. Nobody knew about it, and then once he was on my channel, then it blew up, and then that that information what got sent out, and he was expelled from a lot of our spaces. One of the first to be expelled here. So read some Nietzsche, you hack. No, Colin's a lot of us said the F word. You people are pushing me, Colin. You're pushing me. Trying to be nice, but you're pushing me. Man, stop with the double. Now he's putting double emojis on. Holy crap! I need a station break. I gotta drink some fast. Um, I need a station break. Hold on.
You're watching Indie Comic Outliers with the Lasmat the Shadow Band.
Okay, we're back. So anyway, Nietzsche said, "Lava, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger." KD said, "What doesn't hurt you makes you stronger." Hmm. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hold on, says, did oh yeah, we're going back to the Puma Face history. Yes, yes. Actually, the stream is on my Rumble. Um, when we found out about his shit, and then we expelled him. No, we haven't spoken since, and I want to keep it that way. So I want to keep it that way. Um, yeah, this shit went dark. Um, but I guess a lot of PTSD in this space, right? A lot of PTSD. Sure, why not? Absolutely, why not? Right? Now I mentioned our good friend Monkey King of Zealandia, and I've been monitoring his success, I should say. I want to see him grow. I want to see him succeed in the space. He has a book on Kickstarter. I told him to come to the chat and post a link in the chat, but he's not here. I said if he posted a link, I would show a little bit of the campaign. Maybe we get him some backers. But he'll be joining us next week, Monkey King of Zealandia, and we'll talk about his book along with whatever indie comic outlet we're doing. And maybe you people in the chat will be nicer, even though there could be two colors in the stream. Maybe there's a chance you'll look at your tax forms and I need a tax write off. I'll be nice to Lasma and the other POC, and then maybe we'll have a nice good old time, right? Think of the taxpayers at least. At least. So my internet's being shitty again. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's lagging again. Yep, it's doing the thing. Hold on, let me take it back to the original image before. There we go. We'll keep it here. So no, he's not my good friend, Chris Hansen. Totally not my good friend. He hates my guts, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Let me just bring it up a little bit. There we go. Can I see the top of my head on there? Okay. But yeah, so that's the news on Pumpkin War Patch. And I am also trying to get together materials because this is the 5th year anniversary of Street Champion Road Warrior Drake. So I'm trying to get together materials for a possible 50th anniversary edition. Jabba says, I'm sure it'll be a big success. It'll be a humongous job. It'll be book of the year. It will be book of the year. You watch. I'm going to be featured in various spots. People are going to know me, and I'm going to be the artist of the year. Remember where you were, Jabba, when I said this. Because when it happens, you're going to say, I sent that man 2 pounds of pop to harass him, and he's a success. I did that. And I'll point the finger at you and say, maybe. Anyway, KSS says, Elijah, think it through. Hey, Diddy actually said, what doesn't hurt makes you stronger. A butterfly doesn't hurt you. How does it make you stronger? Have you seen what the close up of a butterfly looks like, KSS? You people look at butterfly, you look at the beautiful wings. But have you actually ever seen what the face of a butterfly looks like? Oh, you haven't? Oh, let me show you the face of a butterfly. Okay? Let me show you what a butterfly's face looks like. You see those little pretty wings? The beautiful wings, right? Right? They got sometimes there's like um um beautiful colors, beautiful designs, right? There's beautiful designs, right? And it's just inspiring. It's beautifully inspiring, right? How the wings are just very colorful, right? Right? Well, have you ever seen what the face of a butterfly looks like? Have you ever seen what a face of the butterfly looks like? Well, if you haven't, well, I'm going to show you. There you go. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Wait. There we go. There's your butterfly right there. Look at that. That's a butterfly. The face of a butterfly. Look at that. There you go, guys. That's the thing you find beautiful. There you go. That's the butterfly's face. Look at that. Colin says they don't ain't different from other bugs. Oh, let me show you another picture. Hold on. I have others. Let's see. Let me show you one that's a bit more pronounced. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Huh. There was one in particular that was like really like what the f. Um. Let's see. Where is it? Which one in particular? That one? No, that one is not too close up. That one's a tattoo. That one's not a close up of the face. Let's see. Oh, this one is kind of frightening. Yeah, I'm gonna show this one. This one's kind of frightening. And if you don't think it's frightening, then you have no heart and no soul. None. I'm just waiting for it to load up. Okay. Now imagine this, right? Imagine you wake up and you see this next to you. Tell me, that's not nightmare fuel. Colin, I didn't say they were scary. I said the face was very freaking scary. But you can't see it because all you see is the wings. Shut up, Manicore. Shut up. That's what you wrote in the chat. That's not my head. Shut up. I'm trying to be scientific here. I'm trying to educate you and be substantive. Hannah says, I haven't seen Casey Anthony since he joined the Kiwi Farms? I didn't know that. Is she under a different name or is she under the Casey Anthony? I don't know. It's weird. Colin says, I am a ginger. I already don't have a soul. It's not scary. Grow up a lot. Listen, people find it scary, Colin. I'm trying to help those people. Stop being a jerk to those people. They need advocates too. And Andrews, that's cute. You think it's cute? You think this is cute? It's weird. What's wrong with you people? Normal people find this cute. I bet he screams like a girl when a butterfly comes. You shut up, Manicore. I was making a point about the face. I'm not scared of butterflies, Manny. I'm not scared of them. KSS asks, Eliza, as someone who studied film and filmmaking, what's the deal with your lighting setup? What? Manicore was mentioned wanted me to ask you. The deal is, Colin, I'm a poor, okay? That's the deal. I'm a poor, okay? I give people freebies, I get nothing. I'm a poor. That's what the deal, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I'm a poor, okay? I'm a poor. I work for minimum wage. I eat peanuts for dinner and salamis from somewhere for dinner. That's what I do. And you asking me about the setup, my area? I'm glad I can even afford the light that lights up my room. Thomas, anyone who's afraid of butterflies. I didn't say I was okay. You people are misconstruing what I said. I had the close up of the face of the butterfly was scary. That's what I said. But I defy anybody open up the front door of the house and then humongous butterfly, not screaming like a little girlie, throwing up his wet in the pants. I guarantee you would. Every one of yous. And if you didn't have panties, you'd get one and put it on and wet them to show how scared you are. That tough, guys. What's wrong with you people? It's this absolute racism by you people. It's 100%. Like I can't rose with that. I cannot rose with that. It's insane. Like I guarantee some of you didn't even look at the picture of a butterfly's face until now. Science. That's science. I provided science tonight. So we had a conversation about science, and some of you learned something tonight. You gained knowledge. You gained wisdom. And I was glad about that. I was very glad about that. So appreciate it. Well, I did appreciate it for a bit until people decided to bring the spears and chuck them at me. So, yeah. I will never, I'll never offer science to you ever again because it's not appreciated. Collins is back to Puerto Rico. I'm not Puerto Rican, Colin. Stop with the slander. I'm not Puerto Rican. Okay, it says, Eliza, true or false? The jumping spider is adorable. I don't know. Is it? Let's find out. So Chaos is asking another science question. Let's find out. Jumping spider. Let's see. Jumping spider, true, is adorable or not? Let's see. Let us look at the evidence. Okay, so yes. So on it is adorable. Sure. It's absolutely adorable. It looks adorable. I mean, I have one here looking, hey, mommy. So yeah, they look pretty adorable. Now, if you're an insect, it's probably the most frightening thing you'll ever see because it'll be the last thing you see. But yeah, they look kind of adorable, sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jumping spider.
They're adorable.
Yes.
Talking about me.
Oh, well. They better not because you're ultimates.
Adorable.
Yeah, she's adorkable. She's very dorkable, yes. But they tell me to go back to Puerto Rico. I'm not Puerto Rican! Stop it!
You're a lispy Puerto Rican. Tell them to get it right.
I'm not Puerto Rican. Is this the science? If this is science, they're in fucking high school. Why are you so? It's a problem, Colin, because you're in high school. That's a problem. That's a problem if you're in high school. So I can't help you there. I just can't. Colin is Elasmat somehow hates butterfly faces, but is fine with Mothra from Godzilla because Mothra's a monster. She's a kaiju. You're supposed to be afraid of Mothra. If you're not afraid of Mothra, then something's wrong with your soul. Big time.
I thought it was cute.
Mothra? She destroys cities. Gay says that
It's cute, so it's okay.
Yolani comes from an angel that makes your eyes look at the son of Svengoolie. I haven't seen Svengoolie in a minute, but that's because he's only available on like cable stations, and I don't have cable. Cable's expensive, so yeah, no, I'm good. William Worthworth says, last I respect you. You're one of the good ones, William. You're one of the good ones. Community has hope because you are there. If you were Puerto Rican, a little less, but I still would respect you. But I'm not Puerto Rican. Really, stop believing the chat. I'm not Puerto Rican. Stop it. Jumping spiders are the red pandas of arachnids. Um, yeah, they kind of are. I think jumping spiders are the reason people want to keep spiders as pets, even though
We have a pet spider upstairs now.
well, anyway. um,
We need to name it.
anyway. I've been out of high school for 9 years, the last man. Well, Colin, I don't know. I'm pressing X to dot on that one, Colin. I really am. Anyway, you guys are typing lies in the chat. You're getting names wrong. You're typing words wrong. So I think I'm vindicated. I think I'm vindicated because you're making mistakes in the chat, and I see it. And I'm like, you know what? You people can't even get your story straight. You can't get your story straight, and that's great. That means I'm vindicated, and I like that. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that victory away from me. You just can't. So, so it is what it is, right? Yes, sir. Sure. It is what it is. Um, I didn't say I had old dirty fatty, did I? I don't think I did. But if I did, I'll say it again. You get a second high, old dirty. If I said it high the first time, but hello, old dirty fatty. Go see in the chat. See, some person says, Alaska's no Puerto Rican. He's an Irish Mick. Look at that pearly white complexion. I'm a colored. But shout out to the Irish. They wear skirts better than Scots. Well, I think they're the same, but anyway, I just started a war with that one. Anyway, Manicore, name your spider D word, boy. I'm not doing that, Manicore. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry that makes you feel old, that, but 2017 was 9 years ago. That's what I think of your attempt to age shame me, Colin. Can't age shame me. I age like fine wine. The older I get, the better I am, Colin. I'm good that way. Chris Hansen asked, "Did I speak to a Mothra before she went to a cocoon?" No, I don't speak to Mothra's over in Japan somewhere. I haven't been to Japan in a minute. But Japan's in danger of being wiped out. We have to save the Japanese. Anyway, Lola says, I found a solution to CG's bedwetting problem. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, I don't want to hear about that filth and degeneracy colors, but there's a link if you guys want to see it. Anyway, Medical says, anytime ODF. Oh, he's talking to old dirty fatty. So, KS says, Mothra has the little beauties. I don't like them. They hurt the movie, in my opinion. You mean the twin, the fairy? Are you talking about the original? They were an actual singing group called the Peanuts, and they were pretty famous in Japan. So them getting the gig as the Twin Fairies in the Mothra film was a pretty big thing at the time. A little trivia there for you. And yes, they were called the Peanuts. Okay, I swear to Allah, I didn't make it up. That's what they're called. Maybe label fine wine, but when you open up, it's vinegar. You know, Colin, I will never advocate for you ever again. You chose war horribly. You chose war horribly, and that was not nice of you. That was not cool of you. I didn't deserve that at all. Mm, mm. Anyway, so we have gone through a journey tonight. A little bit to Mort Walker's professional life with Beetle Bailey. We looked at some of his other artwork. and some updates that I made about my stuff. And the chat, of course, continues with their horrendous mockery. Totally uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for. But it's okay. I forgive you. I forgive all of you. And before I end the stream, I want to say that you're all forgiven. You're all forgiven. My spirit requires that. I didn't choose war, Colin. You brought the swans up. You did. You did that. That was an act of aggression. That was provocation. Complete provocation on your part, Colin. So you chose it. I'm just giving you one shot to accept the peace deal, to renew the peace treaty. Because if not, then the blood that's shed is not on me. It's not on me. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like Carol said, you defended me. Where? Where did you defend me? Where did you defend me, Colors? Where? Where did you defend me at? Where? Some person asked, Alasman, have you thought about having the Zades 3D print your head? Maybe the next Shelby. People are jerks. All these, holy shit. Kay says, the Peanuts ruined the original Mothra movie. I don't care if they were famous. Fidel Castro was famous too. Don't name him in a Mothra movie. He was not in a Mothra movie, Kay says. It may be in your head canon, Fidel Castro was in a Mothra movie, but he was not. So you're screwing up in the head. Big time. Andrew says, did you say Walker was Swedish? No, Andrew. I said that one of these censored Beetle Bailey panels, comic strips, was published in a Swedish book. It wasn't published here in the States. It was the one that I showed earlier. I don't know if I'll show it again, but it's kind of risque. But Colin says, well, it wasn't really defending as more as saying you were right, and that's the same thing. Well, I'll tell you that because that is true. If ever you say I'm right about anything like that, yeah, that means that hell froze over. So right now it's cold for the demons. So yeah. And William Worthmore says, even me, he says. Yes, even you. Man, of course, says, ha ha ha. Ha. If Dale again had to piss tank, he may not have spilled his piss bottle on. Ugh. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, so we're gonna call it a stream because my throat is bleeding from trying to defend myself from you jerks. Um, I may or may not stream this weekend. I haven't done a draw stream in about a week, so but I'll be back for Monday's Monday Monster Moratorium. I haven't decided what monster movie I'll watch and draw yet, but I will figure that out. I'm even thinking. I don't know how I'm going to implement this, but I've been thinking like for some of these like indie comic live streams, maybe do a segment where I draw the character that is associated with that specific creator. Um, I haven't thought about it yet because you know reasons, but uh, we are going to get back to the Monday Monster Moratorium on Monday. So look forward to see you guys there. Have a good night. Take care, and I will leave you with everyone's favorite outro. Take care, and we will see you then. Hoodles.